Welcome to 30 and Nerdy. My name is David.
My name is AJ.
I'm Brady.
And this week we are going to be talking to you about Forza 4. Forza Horizon 4.
Forza Horizon 4. I have no clue what you're basing, but I like it.
It's the Top Gear theme song, Jessica, by the Allman Brothers Band. My voice doesn't go that low, so it's all just one bad note.
So I'm going to say the one thing that I really enjoy doing that AJ hates is that he goes around and he'll set like the speed records, and then I go and I try and beat them just so his name isn't number one on whatever the speed light cameras.
I do the same exact thing.
Because he did that in Need for Speed... whatever the Need for Speed that came out right when PS4 came out, but I can't think of what it was called. But he got so pissed at me. He wouldn't talk to me for like a week or something.
It wasn't me.
I think it was you, because
I don't have any Need for Speed games.
Okay, well, there was some game that had like a speed, like some speed trap or something like that, and you got really mad at me because I just kept on trying to beat. I think it was the. Did you have the crew?
No.
Okay, then this is somebody else, but I did this to them. And this is what I like to do, is I like to go around and just be the number one on all these stupid little things, even though they don't mean anything.
I've beat... AJ was number one, and then I came through and I beat it by like 30 miles an hour. There was a time in Horizon 3 where I was number one on all of them, except for the off-road ones. Just because I had like one friend on there who was on top, and I'm like, I'm doing them all.
See, because what's the number one car that you would like to always get in every game? Because this game has tons of cars, every car. Because I like.
See, like I was looking for Mitsubishi. I'm really big fan of getting like a Mitsubishi GTRs or whatever.
See, I like the Lancer Evo.
Lancers, those are in there. I think.
I believe so. They have a Buick in there.
Yeah.
Don't know why you'd ever buy that, but
it's
they have a Buick.
Monte Carlo, dude.
Roll around in style.
Yeah, but it's like the 1980s Monte Carlo.
Yeah, those are really good cars. Just like the 66 Impala SS that I bought because I was like, I own an Impala SS.
Well, a lot of it, they put those weird cars in because you can do the blueprints and make your own races. So you could have it set to like,
Buick.
Yeah, you can only use a Buick or a smart car. They have that Volvo racing semi, which is badass.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was
I'm like,
dope.
What the hell is that thing?
There's a rape van you can buy.
Yeah, my son was like, "Oh, get that truck." I was like, "That's we don't want to buy that car."
Were you like, if you ever see one of those, turn around and walk the other way. I freaking love this game. I loved Forza Horizon 3.
There's the Buick Regal GNX.
Oh,
so it looks kind of cool, but still, of all the cars, like, oh, I'm gonna buy a Buick. I could have an Aston Martin.
You could have an Aston Martin, but fuck that. You're getting the Buick Regal.
I don't want the Buick Schmeagle.
Yes. My precious.
But the one car that in every game that I always have to get. The one car that I have to get in every game is the... Oh, now it's totally flew out of my mind. Don't say anything.
Anything. What country?
Ford Thunderbird?
Alfa
Romeo
8C.
8C. Because the 4C is in any man's Alfa Romeo. The 8C, they only made like 250 of them.
Yes.
And it is an absolutely gorgeous car. And even though every game I get, it's not a great car, but it sounds amazing. And that's the one thing that I did love about this because when they had you do the first kind of stunt drive or whatever with the, and you got the Bugatti Chiron.
Oh,
The way that car sounded,
that opening though
made me poop my pants.
gave me chills.
oh, it was so fun.
Just the very beginning. I was like, yes, yes, yes. Like I drove that entire race with a big smile on my face.
Now, what car did you pick for the first race?
Charger.
Focus RS
See, and I chose the Audi
TT.
TT or whatever it was.
Wait, what?
The very first car that you can choose. And yeah, they had a Charger.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's like 70s Charger. and
Yeah,
then the
because that
Audi
was the very
TT.
last car. There was an Audi, and then the first car was the Focus RS.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing the Focus RS, and I was like, "Who the fuck is picking that?"
Brady!
They're the best hot hatch there is on the planet.
There's a really sweet hot hatch you get from one of the garage finds. That's old Ford Escort,
The one thing I wish...
I think I got that one
And
too.
I got
Escort
it.
Cosworth.
yeah.
and I saw it, and I'm like, "This looks just like my friend Brandon's old Escort. I love this car." Brought back so many good memories of.
They still don't
cruising.
have a 2010 Kia Optima in it though.
How weird.
There's... I mean, I understand why they have some, but like the Bentleys and the... I mean, I understand why you put them in just because people like to have them. But, I don't know. Like, I really, really, really want the... let me see here. The Lamborghini...
Centenario.
No, it's the one that's like the all carbon fiber. It's the
Sesto
battery operated.
Elemento.
I think that might be it.
I'll just start. Okay, you got the Aventador, Huracan,
Sesto Elemento,
the
yeah.
Veneno,
'Cause
the
the Ses-
Reventon.
Reventon is the one that looks like a fighter jet. Actually, they all do, but
I just got a free Lambo.
Probably Huracan. I got one too.
I don't remember.
But
I
yeah,
got it
the
from a
Sesto-
spin, I think.
the Sesto
So
Elemento is the one that I really want because that's the one from Top Gear that they
Yep.
showed where he was. I mean, it's all carbon fiber. It's the hybrid, but it's Lamborghini hybrid, so just is ridiculously amazing on torque and just
I had one in
super lightweight.
in Horizon 3, and it was light as a feather, and it was horrifying to drive because it was so fast.
Well, that's because I picked up and I can't remember what it is, but it's one of those open air, like the Ariel Atom, but it's not the Ariel Atom because it was a lot cheaper than the Ariel Atom, I think. And because sometimes I end up going off road, and this car has such horrible torque steer that I'm just like basically sideways.
Yeah.
Wherever because I'm just fishtailing.
Getting that sick drift.
Yeah. And I was really pissed off because I had up to like 20,000
I
whatever
saw
points.
your skill chain was like 40, literally 40,000.
And then the annoying part was at one time I
That
hit,
was David's, like, and then I think there's another step above that.
but
I thought I had the highest skill chain.
I don't know. That was early on in the game. I remember seeing.
Oh,
it.
okay.
It was like hour two
But I
of
was-
me playing.
I was really annoyed because I was doing all this and I was like, I'll just keep on going. And I was flying through the forest and the hills and hitting stuff and drifting and doing all this jazz. And then I hit like a rock and it took it all away. I was like, you son of a gun.
Yeah, when mine starts getting super duper high, I'm like,
Break.
should I stop? Should I stop? Should I stop?
Sometimes I will. Like I remember, I forget. Somebody go on. I'm gonna look something up real quick.
The other one
So,
that I'm
oh,
looking
go
forward to is Gumpert. Because I just love the way those cars look. The Apollo 5.
I feel like I'm an idiot because I don't know the names of any of these cars. I'm just like
I just remember a lot of them from Top Gear days.
Top Gear days.
Because I watched those ad nauseum. Like now, because my wife a while back got Amazon
For
Prime.
some reason, I thought you were gonna say my wife left me.
Yeah. Yep.
My wife left me, so I've been watching lots of Top Gear on Amazon Prime.
No. But since we had Amazon Prime, I sit there and I'll just, as I'm doing stuff, I'll listen to old episodes that I like, and yeah.
That's good. Like, so my daughter absolutely loves watching me play this game, and she'll go. She's supposed to say zoom, zoom faster, but it sounds like zoom, zoom, bastard, zoom, zoom. She'll just sit there and yell, bastard, 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 bastard. And she... So I finally got a game that I can play with my daughter around that she's not going to throw a fit when I'm playing it.
Yeah.
Because she likes watching all the cars go zoom, zoom. And she go, Daddy racing, Daddy racing.
Nice.
See, my kids all think, because I didn't realize I was just trying to get to the game to go. And so I clicked really fast past your character customization. So I just had like the super pasty, curly haired girl.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's your mom. And so like, oh, mom's racing there. And the really cool thing is because like I have that open air. And so if you do the right joystick, you can actually swivel around. It's your character sitting there. It's not some like helmeted. Like the funny thing is you're just sitting there in this open thing. She doesn't have a helmet on, nothing, just whatever.
Yeah, well, it's raining or snowing.
Yeah.
It's getting pelted with rain.
Yeah, short sleeve t-shirt.
It's
Just
funny.
living life and loving it.
The only thing I don't like about this game is that you can't screenshot things like in the middle of doing stuff, because if you
can press up on the D-pad, it'll instantly go into photo mode.
Yeah, but I don't want it to go into photo mode, because like usually I'm used to hitting like boom and then screenshot that real fast, and instead it just brings up the menu.
Well, bring photo mode up and you can hide the UI, and then you can take a screenshot.
Because I was doing like a bunch of kangaroo hops is what it what it calls it, and like I was going over. I was just like flying over the top of this crick, and I had it turned so you could see my guy, and he's just like, whoop, just his face looks all dorky. And I'm just like, what a plain ass face for having so much fun. And I thought it was just the funniest thing, and I sat there and laughed about it for like 5 minutes, and I wanted to take a screenshot of it. I couldn't.
Now, what did you choose for your nickname? I chose Cupcake.
So mine must have went with what I had in Horizon 3, because out of nowhere it was just like, hi Andrew, how are you?
Mine, I had it call me Kid in Horizon 3 because I didn't have any
I thought you
older.
were Sausage.
I was for the longest time, but then I changed it to Kid because no one ever called me Hey Kid when I was a kid.
Oh, I said hey kid.
Having a video game live my life for me. I was Sausage, and then I think it reads your Xbox or something because it has Brady in there, and it called me that. But I have it call me Wizard.
Well, the funny thing is, because I forgot that I chose Cupcake, and it was like, hey, Cupcake. I was like, who you calling? Oh, that's right. I chose that name.
There's one in there. It's Drongos. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean?
Did you Google it?
No.
We should.
But there's so many good nicknames in that game. In this game.
But yeah, like I was just like, oh, well, it remembers me from the last game, so
yeah,
it's just gonna call me Andrew. That's fine with me.
And I like that you can have emotes and stuff. Because I went through one of the beauty spots, and it was that white horse of...
I saw that.
Insert weird British name.
Yeah, because I went there and I saw that, so I was like, I'll run up there and do that while I'm...
It was me with my Lancia, and I'm sitting there doing the two-step next to it.
The funny thing is, I thought for the first little bit, I was like, oh, hey, AJ and I are on together. And I know that they put drivatars in and they drive around, but I just... Because I knew he was online, and so I was thinking, what does Drongos mean? I'm assuming that's what you're...
Yep. From Wikipedia, it's an insult. The insult Drongo is used in Australian as a mild form of insult, meaning idiot or stupid fellow. This usage derives from an Australian racehorse of the same name, apparently after the Spangled Drongo. Dicurus. What the fuck? I can't even say that. Whatever. In the 1920s that never won despite many places. So
I'm just a dumb horse.
So it means idiot or stupid fellow.
I'm going to change it.
That's so great. But it's also a bird.
Oh.
Yeah. I brought up the bird part. I just thought I thought I spelled it wrong. What was I even saying?
Well, I'm sure it was
very poignant. Either way. Forza. Fun. You can change your avatar if you go back to your house.
Yep.
And you can change your clothes and all that kind of jazz.
I'm so
For the longest time, I was really pissed off because I was going through the story and I was like, I don't want to use, because I went to the off-track races or the off-road races, and I was stuck in my Lancia Stratos on like the street. And I was like, I just want my Audi back. I want to go do these races. And then I go to do like a street race, and then they just leave me in the Lancia. I was like, I want to change my car. But I was too early in the game, so they wouldn't let me change my car.
Yep.
So I was just like, well, I guess I'm being last place with all these other cars. They're like, street cars, and I'm driving this off-track dune buggy.
I've done everything with my
Sub?
yeah.
But I haven't messed around with any of the like actual stats to stuff. I just have been using
I
the
didn't
stock.
either. I just used this.
I didn't either. I'm just amazing and you suck.
Dab, 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 dab.
That's it, AJ.
I'm
Next
not
time I
saying-
see your avatar in my thing, I am smashing you into the wall repeatedly. I don't care if we become 11th and 12th place. I'm smashing you in the wall. Smashing you in the wall.
That reminds
Smashing
me
you in the wall.
In one of the older
And
games.
you too.
I forget which it was. If it's Forza or some other racing game, but they would have you do test races, and they would learn how you drive. So if you constantly smash people, your drive-atar in other people's games would do that too.
That's funny because that's what I pictured my avatar doing. Because that's how if I know
That is fucking dope.
Yeah, I
If
don't
I-
remember what game it was.
if I know that if I'm trailing later in the race, I'll just really go into the corner and then brake and just use everybody else as my.
Backboard off people.
That's what I do too.
But I got
That's what I was talking about. Is that, and now I remember is because I saw AJ and I was like, oh hey AJ, and so I was trying to like turn around and find you, and I was like, oh that's probably not AJ. That's probably just a computer who's playing.
Yeah,
AJ.
like I've
no,
actually.
if you're on just a free explore, it's actual.
Well, this
people.
was like right in the very before they put you into the world.
Oh,
it was like just
okay.
the very like intro chapter.
Like I always
Gotcha.
check it because if I saw that you were online at one point, and I looked in my game world and you weren't there,
Yeah, I did the same thing today
and I was like,
or
oh,
yesterday. Yeah, we should co-op soon.
or as my phone changed to Go-op.
Go on.
Because I asked, can we do co-op? And then it apparently thought that co-op was not a word. Dumb iPhone.
well, you did get an iPhone.
Smartphone for dumb people. Dumb phone
So
for dumb people.
apparently, about like 7 or so years ago, Steve Jobs must have died because I made a Facebook post that said, "So they're gonna bury him in an eye coffin."
God.
Oh.
Bringing the hits. AJ, everybody.
Still reminds me of the Mad skit where I can't, the guy who plays Stuart, I can't think of his name.
Look what I
but-
could do.
yeah, but that's that guy, and he's like, we're going to introduce the Iraq.
And the
And it's like,
Iran.
and it's like, yeah, and then their sneakers and their Iran. It's like, oh, the Iraq looks so unstable. It is. And then everybody's like, oh no, it's on fire. We need to get out of here. It's like, there's no exit strategy here.
Oh, it's so good.
It's a forever war.
Sad but true.
Thanks, Dick Cheney.
Sad and true.
Sad and true.
Sad true.
Yeah. Oh wait.
But how do the races pay out farther? Because I know you guys are a lot of levels and seasons ahead of me. Because I'm in autumn and you're in summer,
Spring.
spring. I was close. They both start with S.
There you go.
Brady, my wingman.
I'm. They still pay out the same like
Kind of piddly.
6,000, 7,000 credits. I'm pretty sure that the credit amount would go up if I increased the difficulty, but
It
I don't-
does. The only driving assist I have on is traction control, and I have my opponent set to highly skilled, and I get like 50% bonus. And then I also bought the VIP for $20, so that gives you an extra kick too. So I'm getting like 15,000 credits a race, and I've been very lucky with wheel spins, like getting like 250,000 drops.
Yeah, you're really fucking lucky then. I
Now, what do you
keep
mean,
getting
wheel spins?
ugly fucking pants.
Oh, you mean the?
the wheel spins when you level up.
See, that's the one annoying thing I find is that they're like, oh, we could do this, and it's already going rolling, And even though I know it's going to give me the same or quote unquote the same stuff, I still want to be the person who hits the button prompt to spin the wheel instead of them saying, "Hey, we're going to spin this wheel."
Well,
let me do it.
If you look,
so I feel like I'm the person to blame if I get the stupid pants instead of the Kira or whatever her name is.
I got gold glittery leggings, and my female avatar, they look really good. She's got a nice butt. I got bright gold pants, paisley shoes. I got a galaxy jacket that I got from Random Wheel Spin and a top hat.
Now you need to drive in an open top car, just so she's driving around with a top hat on.
The most British person in the UK.
Can you get a monocle? That would be
probably
awesome.
because I use the aviator glasses.
Nice.
Yep. So, what does everybody listen to?
Timeless.
Pulse.
I listen to the classical station.
Me too.
I listened to that one a little bit, but it's too off-putting to like have.
See, you guys would hate me because I have my sound set up so I can hear the music more than I can hear anything else.
I turn the music like 2 or 3 notches down.
See, I just leave it where it is.
Because
I
At one
enjoy
point,
hearing
it was
the car stuff.
very loud.
I like hearing until I get tired of it, but I usually enjoy hearing the engine just go crazy.
Yeah, I like the classical music because when I'm in, especially in 3, doing the Goliath track, which is like 30 miles, and 1 lap takes 10 minutes. The classical, it calms me down.
They have really good classical songs on there too.
They added a lot.
The one that, so I just got done racing the train, and the song that they use for that on the classical station is Hall of the Mountain King. The bum 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 bum
Yep.
bum 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 bum.
They have the Halo theme too.
Yeah,
or
dude.
a rendition of it.
So how do
Yep.
they have all the Halo stuff?
Because it's Xbox.
Well, I understand that, but I didn't know
Studios has
Okay,
hand
'cause-
in it.
Yeah, because remember Microsoft bought Playground Games.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, and they have Sea of Thieves, Horn.
Mm-hmm.
They have a whole bunch of Microsoft IPs in there, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that.
But before I was listening to the classical, I listened to XS, but
See, the one
the
thing
rock
I wish
music in it is just god awful.
It's edgelord teenage.
I wish that they would be able to do something to where if you, because I mean now games should be able to, since they're always online, they're connected to certain things.
Yeah, I wish that I
they
could
should
just
be able to hook
connect
into
my fucking Spotify.
yeah, like a Spotify or an iHeartRadio.
Well, Spotify plays in the background, so you could turn the radio off and just have your Spotify play through.
I know, but it
speakers.
doesn't.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Yeah,
Because
Well-
like the game will like turn down the volume of the music like during stuff, and instead the music would still keep blaring,
Yeah.
and they would be talking, and I'd be like, "What?"
I know. In 3, they had some subscription-based proprietary music app you could use to load songs onto.
Yeah,
But you
I
had to-
remember that. It was Xbox's
Yeah,
proprietary.
you had to pay for it. I'm like,
Zune or what was their thing
not
called?
quite that far back. The blast from the dusty crypt.
The one thing I will say,
Remember the Zoom?
You know what's funny is my friend like swore by the Zune. For
the software
years,
is
he's like-
terrible, but I really loved the look of the hardware. With that like translucent plastic, I thought it looked really neat.
the one thing I will say, not talking about Zune, but back into the one thing that I find somewhat annoying is that the scripted talking is really annoying because they didn't have any paths. It's just because I've done awful at all the off-road racing. I've gotten first place later on. Now I'm starting to kind of get the hang of it, but the first couple I was like, I missed a check mark, so I had to go back, and then I never got back out of 12.
Why didn't you just restart the race?
Because it won't. I don't think it let me. I could.
So at the end of the race, you can hit X and do a redo.
Well, I know, but then
Oh,
I'm-
And then you can hit pause and go restart race, or you can hit Y and use the rewind function.
I know, but I don't want to like rewind.
I do it all
rewind,
the time.
Rewind.
I do too.
But I mean, by the time I would do it, it was like I'm 2.5 laps into the thing.
oh.
So I don't know, because I lost on the first lap, and then I was like going around because I was just expecting it to be 1 lap, and then I looked up and was like, oh, it's 3. But so the annoying thing is, then I finished the first race, and the guy's like, "Oh, that was great. If you keep on racing like that, you'll be the greatest ever." It's like, you do know I finished 12th, right?
It's like he fell asleep watching. He's like, "Oh, that was great."
It's like Shaq's. I tell everybody you're the greatest. Who cares?
I finished 30 seconds behind everybody else, and you're going to tell me that you're excited to have me in these races and that we're going to go far together. Those few annoying little things where it just doesn't feel like they could have gone in depth, and they just kind of glossed it over and made it this
could have been like
one size fits all.
Like, well, you can't win them all.
Yeah. And I would have been okay with that. But when they're like, "Oh, we're going to go far. You're amazing."
Yeah.
What is this, Wells Fargo? We're going to go far. Jesus.
I will say the voice acting's better in this one than it was 3, but just a small amount, because 3 was still pretty good.
Yeah.
And I like British accents. They sound nice.
I don't know. I am loving the hell out of this game. And
the setting is gorgeous.
Okay, here's the thing I want to say real fast. If you want to play a game that looks like the most beautiful, realistic thing you've ever seen in your life, play this game. Because holy shit, everything looks wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Like the people, like at a distance, look like real fucking people.
Yeah.
The buildings look real. Everything is just absolutely beautiful. I couldn't imagine what this game would look like on a 4K.
I want one so bad.
Like, did yours detect that you were using an HDR?
No.
Are you not playing in a living room?
I am. It's just, I don't think the S can output that stuff.
Oh, okay. That sucks.
It can do 4K Blu-ray and 4K,
that's right.
but not games, unfortunately.
You need to get an Xbox One X.
I know. I want so bad just to start saving my money.
Yep.
But that's always the drawback of racing games. Like, the cars and the tracks look beautiful, but then you have a 2D tree that just turns depending on your perspective of it.
Not anymore.
And yeah, this, like, the draw distance, everything is
the
beautiful.
game looks absolutely gorgeous. Although I will say it's annoying when I'm driving through the forest instead of actually following the roads like you're supposed to, and then you hit a tree and you're like, that would stop me, but then there's another tree that you could just fly through.
They made it a lot better than 3, because in 3 it was like
every little
this tiny twig will stop you, but then this other tiny twig you can drive through. At least in the new one, 4, you can tell, oh, that's a big tree, it's going to stop me.
Yep. It is a lot better.
Yeah.
So they've improved a lot on the world building. I would have to say that this is probably one of the most beautiful games I've ever played.
Agreed.
Just from the beginning, my jaw was on the floor most of the time.
Although I have noticed they don't have like a designated drag strip like an airport like they did in 3.
They do have a drag strip. I just don't remember where it's at.
Oh, okay. Because I would love getting on online sessions with my 69 Dart, bright pink.
Nice.
And hitting 270 miles an hour.
And a Dodge Dart?
I had it tune on it that was outrageous. Like by 4th gear, I was doing like 250.
That's insane.
Yeah, dude. And that same car is in the game, so we just gotta give it some time and people will figure out the tunes.
Nice.
And then you'll be up it.
See, like, I've gone into the tuning screen and I'm just like, nope.
About the only thing I mess with is like weight distribution and the stiffness of the roll bars. Because even like a small, minute change in the roll, you can tell the car responds a lot better.
Oh, okay.
Because like if you're, I know with my F12, I have it. That's my, back to that original question, David, the car you always go for. Ferrari F12 TDF. It's my dream car in real life. And the stock version, like through like long sweeping turns, it'll lose traction and slide on its own.
Mm-hmm.
So I threw some sway bars on it and stiffened them up a little bit, and it's planted. And I'll lower the ride height on it too. You throw a fin on it, man, you got grip for days, son.
Well, there you go.
Grip for days and days.
I will say in the beginning sections, unless you have like a car that you know, like, oh, I'm gonna have this the whole time and drive the crap out of it, stock should be fine, because you're gonna want to save your money as much as you can.
Yeah, that's what I do. I
Just learn the car.
I stupidly bought a couple of cars just because, and then I was like, I should stop doing this.
Yeah, because chances are you'll get something either from a wheel spin or you'll unlock it somehow.
Yeah.
Unless you're going for like the Senna, then save your money.
Was that 10 or
The Senna's actually pretty cheap comparatively. It's like 1.3 million when you got like the Chiron. That's I think up in the 4 million.
Well, there's also 10 millions because that's like the Ferrari Daytona or the like the super
old ones,
like the Jaguar something or other.
I will say a gripe. Have you done any of the movie car scenes?
I've done 2 or 3 of them.
Have you driven the super old, like 100-year-old racing car one?
Is that the one where you can't damage it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The engine sound, that has always been a gripe for the Horizon series. But the engine sound for that car, it's high-pitched, and you know a car from its era would be low and throaty.
Yeah.
So I was kind of bummed out with that, but that's always been a recurring, I wouldn't say issue, just a nitpick. Because I'm a car enthusiast. I'd know what a 1920s racer would sound like. And it wouldn't sound like, wee.
Yeah, but this is one that's been like restocked with like a new engine and everything else, though.
Yeah, maybe. But like the showcase cars.
I'll tell you what, though, I used to have that car as a Hot Wheel.
Did you?
Yeah.
How'd it sound? But no, this game, it's awesome. I love it. I'm kind of bummed for the recurring fan of the game. Like, they gave me a Dodge Raptor, the truck.
Yeah, I got one of those too.
I'm like, I thought it'd be a little better than a truck I'm never going to use. But
They gave me some clothes.
did they? Well, I guess.
I guess Raptor's better than clothes. Which,
Thanks
by the
for
way,
the hoodie.
my gripe with the clothing is all I keep unlocking is ugly clothing, and all I want is just a plain black shirt, a plain black hoodie, and some fucking decent blue jeans. Not these skinny fucking dipshit jeans or tight pants or anything. I just want normal ass blue jeans. I want to look like a normal dude.
That is the normal dude now.
That's, yeah. They have normal jeans, but I think you probably just have to get
The thing
it in
that
a roll.
the thing that I think is dumb is why? Who cares? I understand that when you win the race, your avatar is there in all his goofy, stupid clothing, but that's about it. Who cares?
It's fun.
I understand, but it just I don't know.
Why are you sig heiling?
I'm not. That's what my guy does.
Oh.
He does the point,
He's the
and then when I win, I do
He's part of the
the
Labour Party.
2 thumb dance.
or whatever party is the right wing or alternative
The
Libertarians.
of the East or
the shimbobs. The ballybobs.
in England.
Oh, in England,
Yeah,
the Workers' Party,
I don't know.
The crumbumples.
the shit boppers. I don't fucking know.
Get out of town.
the tallywhackers.
The Tallywhackers.
The Whigs and the Tories. Are those old, super old?
That's the super old American.
I don't know. We
ones.
beat you guys in the fucking Revolutionary War. We don't have to know.
It's not our history anymore.
Joking.
We love the Brits.
Yeah, you guys are pretty neat.
You're super neat. You're swell.
You're just wonderful.
Yo, bob on there, pal.
You're better than ants at a picnic.
Yeah. I mean, my aunts are pretty cool ladies, though. There's nothing left at the bottom of this barrel.
Well, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel with the jokes here, so I think we should probably call it quits.
But I think this This is
Dude,
one of the
this
contenders.
game, I'm
for
giving
Game
it
of the
a
Year.
fucking 9.
Oh yeah.
Easy 9.
And I loved driving through. How do you say the freaking that
Edinburgh.
Okay.
Like, what does this map encompass? Do you get to go into like not England proper, but London proper?
I'm not.
No,
Sure.
but there is like a small like condensed city in the upper right hand corner.
Yeah. So I went to
Edinburgh.
the farthest north and east I've been is to like the quarry where it just keeps on circling down and down and down.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to go through in like a dune buggy, something that's not a real short wheelbase.
Oh yeah.
Put like 9 billion horsepower on it and all-wheel drive and just
Now,
spin down.
that is the one thing I haven't spent any of my points yet.
You should definitely do that
Because I'm trying to save them for a different car than like the
What do you
first
mean,
one I
your-
get. The
your
points,
money.
no
no the car points.
car points that you can put to.
Oh yeah, I did that willy-nilly. Not. I just like press A and like okay.
I didn't think that they transferred
Yeah,
over to other cars.
they
I
do.
thought it was like you only got them for this car.
Yep, they do transfer to, because I think they said in the very beginning when they were going through the tutorial of like, hey, you got this perk point. You can spend it here, or you can they can be applied for, I think, any car.
I like the fact that it's on cars now. Instead, it was just like you unlocked it. It applies for everything. So now it's like you can. It's almost like more RPG-ish. You can level up a car if you really like it. And I think
That
that's
pisses
super
me
cool.
off because I thought that they were individual to the vehicle.
I thought so too, but
So I've spent every single perk point that I've gotten on that fucking Subaru.
oh,
But I mean, on the flip side, I love the shit out of that Subaru,
Yeah.
and I don't see me driving anything else
so
for
you
a
get like
while.
a supercar.
Yeah, because this car, I mean, it's already an S2 car.
Oh, that's gonna be good for a long time.
Yeah, it's an S2, and it has 1,085 horsepower.
I think you're good. With all of the front wheels.
Yeah,
Oh my god, that poor transmission.
That's why
That poor diff.
I do wish that I had a setup, because in the difficulty setting you can change it to automatic or automatic with clutch, and I would so wish to have just a setup where you actually like bucket seat, clutch,
Yeah.
brake, just to have that real setup, because I love stick shift and
People make those.
I know.
Oh yeah, watching some people's setups, like who's that unboxing guy on YouTube with the hat and the glasses?
Unbox therapy.
Yeah, he did one. It was like a $15,000 rig because he had, I think, 3 GTX 1080s in his PC because he had it was like a 3-monitor surround setup with this top of the line chair and wheel and shit and pedals. Yeah, it was in the tens of thousands of dollars.
See, I would rather just spend the money on like wiring some old car up
Yeah,
to.
I was gonna
like,
say
just
a real car.
Yeah, and just being able to play it that way, because I think that'd be fun.
I know for like the F1 games, people get. I've watched like tournaments of that, and it is the most hardcore video game in the world. Because people are like, "Oh fuck, he beat me by 1,000th of a second. I got to do this race like 9 more times to even get close." It's like, God. He's like, "Yeah, I shifted about 0.2 of a second too short. I have to restart." And it's like, that is too much, Bob. No thanks. That's what I love the Horizon series for. That fact is you can be really hardcore about it, or you can just
I was gonna say
have
that
a
I
good
did
time.
enjoy that
And that's what I do with it.
It's-
I just have a good time.
Yeah.
it's more arcadey, which I do like, because I mean you go and you'll hit a card and you'll just kind of bumper off of it instead
Yeah.
of like
Crushing it.
Yeah,
like in Forza 6, the hit detection on it, like you bump somebody and they will go flying into outer space. It's so fun to watch YouTube videos on it. But yeah, it's a lot more forgiving in this game. Like I like to have the driving feel. Like
The driving feel in this game is amazing.
yeah, like I like it so that there's no assist. It's just me. Like I've no braking assist, no steering assist. That's how I like to play. But if somebody just wants to go out and drive a freaking van.
It's me.
You can do it.
You can do that.
Actually,
are
I'm
you
gonna
the
buy
kind
that.
of person that stops at stoplights and stop signs in games?
I have tried to do that only basically in Grand Theft Auto, and it never works out well for me.
So I actually tried doing it in this game, but I was like, oh, I should be doing about 35 miles per hour. And I looked down at my speedometer. I'm doing 100 and something. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
It's so because you can't feather the throttle where you're like, oh, if I just slightly do this,
Yeah.
If you hit the throttle, it's just like,
You gotta just tap it and then coast.
Yeah. My car has a coast speed of 5 miles per hour. I can't even stop it. It just keeps going at 5 miles per hour no
Yeah.
matter what.
It wants to go.
It just wants to go.
Got so many horses stuck in there. It's a shame. You know, everybody talks about all these plastic straws, the rampant over farming, and these terrible conditions for animals, but nobody talks about the millions of horses that we have to kill and grind down just so you can fucking drive to work. You don't hear anything about it.
It's amazing.
Never a peep.
The plight of, and then what about all those horses that you grind up, stick in those cars, and then they escape?
Yeah, I'm
Over
sure
the
my
years.
car doesn't have the same amount of horses in it. Where do they go?
Where are
Into
they?
the fucking ozone, dude. I'm tired of it, man.
Then all them horses that get ground up and put into your steak.
Yeah, and glue.
That's horses, yeah.
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
It's horrible. I mean, I'm just a horse advocate, man. That's why I ride a bike. It's just me. One Brady powder.
How many Brady powers my car?
A lot.
Oh,
I think like
that's
900
funny.
of me to be your car.
If you want to make yourself feel good, just get the Brady power.
Oh yeah, I got like 1 billion Brady power in this thing.
You're like, oh man, that's a lot. Brady must be really not powerful at all.
How many baby power do I have?
Well, pound for pound, babies are stronger than adults.
That's true. I've seen my kid do wild things that I could never imagine doing as an adult. Oh, look, I'm just going to lift myself up with my arms all the way up into the sky. Look, wee!
Yeah. Not me, my knees hurt. I can't do that.
I have to take Vicodin 3 times a day so I can function.
Oh, to be a baby again.
I wish I was a kid again. It'd be nice.
Well, with Forza Horizon 4, you get a little bit closer to that feeling.
Just a little bit.
So if you like racing games and you don't already have it, go buy it. You'll love it. It's fun.
This is definitely a buy game, or if you have Xbox Game Pass, get it.
Yep. You will like it.
You're gonna love it, I guarantee.
Well, do you think we crossed the finish line with this episode?
I think we did.
You guys all start in pole position. with
Also,
me.
I did want to add something that when you finish the race, if you're really close, it'll show you like the finishing where your car goes across the line. But if the other person is really close there, that'll kind of
Yeah.
like if you're second place and they're first, it'll be like, woo-doo.
Yeah.
which I think is
don't
cool.
have that problem.
I've only seen that once, and that was when I had to race that big.
boat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I finished like a couple tenths of a second ahead of it because it just kept on getting
I
ahead
had
of me.
to replay it once.
I thought I was going to, but I was coming right up to the very end, and then I just barely eked it out, and I was like, I lost by like
I thought
inches, and I won by inches.
it was like scripted, like it would always stay a little bit ahead of you or behind you. But I ran into the hovercraft and like ramped off of it.
Yeah,
I didn't expect that I could interact with the.
I
the
did too.
showcase.
So
Yeah.
I reversed myself because there's one time coming up where there's a dog leg right, and then I like was ramping, landed, went up, and then flew off into space. And I was
Yeah.
like, well, let's just hit Y and Y again.
Have you
and
guys
then Y
raced the
again.
train yet?
Yep, I beat it.
Dude, that one was so intense.
It was.
Like when you're going next to it, I'm like, oh my god. This is
Oh,
awesome.
into the tunnel?
And then I'm like, how is this train doing 180 miles an hour? The power of steam, baby. Clean coal.
Clean coal!
You know, no horses talked about with trains.
Yep.
Just saying.
Yeah, because he used TP. train power.
Yeah, you don't. I'm just an equine friend. Okay.
I'm pretty sure they actually do talk about horsepower
they
with
do.
trains.
They got a bunch.
Yeah.
Many horsepower.
Many horse.
The Saturn V rocket had like 8 million horsepower,
Jesus.
but they don't use horsepower in rockets because thrust. Well,
Let me tell you something about thrust. My name is AJ.
hey, I'm Brady.
And my name is David.
You can tell it's me because you're behind me, dude.
You can tell it's me because you're behind me, dude.
And I can tell it's you guys because you're in front of me.
Just look for the license plate. It says Dark Soul.
Mine says Valeru.
Mine says GNTLRD. Giant Lord.
Oh, nice.
But it could be taken as Gunt Lord.
That's awesome.
Either way, I'm happy.
All right. You guys have a wonderful night.
Have a great day.